Hello folks, my name's David Edgar, I'm the host of Heart and Hand, the Rangers podcast, and I'm joining you today in a much happier mood than I've been in after our previous away matches in the Scottish Premier League, because Rangers defeated Hearts by 4-0 at Tynecastle today to usher the end of a disappointing September and hopefully welcome in a much more promising October. There was some good news on the team sheet front today. Ben Davies returned to the starting 11 and so did Rabbi Matondo, and both would have their part to play in this victory. And Rangers got off to a tremendous start today at Tynecastle, forcing 2 or 3 corners early on in the match. But then when we took the lead, it was a goal of supreme quality. Terrific ball from Connor Goldson, and then Antonio Cholak plays a wonderful first-time ball to Ryan Kent. What I love about it is, though, as soon as he plays it, he's on his bike, he's heading into the box, and he doesn't just head straight for the centre of goals, where a lot of strikers would. He bends his run slightly so that he's got away from his man. Ryan Kent delivers an early ball. That's something you need to see more often from Ryan Kent. When he does that, rather than maybe try to take on a man, and lately, he's been running into a lot of cul-de-sacs. Brilliant ball. Antonio Cholak there. Perfect header right into the bottom corner of the net. It'll take something good to get past Craig Gordon, but it kissed the post. They always look great and went in for 1-0. And after that, Rangers seemed a bit content to sit back and let Hearts come on them. I didn't think the Rangers midfield in the first half worked very well. I thought Ryan Jack was a bit off it. He got substituted at half-time. And Scott Arfield had one of those games where he took up terrific positions and he could not have found a cow's arse with a banjo. His passing was off and he had a chance to make it 2-0, where he does really well right up to the finish. He reads a deflection, gets on the end of it, turns his man, and then he tries to pass it in past Craig Gordon, but he passes it past the post. However, Rangers would take the lead, or double the lead rather, not long after, and it was Antonio Cholak again. What a splendid signing he's turning out to be for 1.8 million. He's the best finisher that we've seen at Rangers, Jermaine Defoe, but in terms of like a regular first team starter, you really have to go back to Nikica Jelavic. Rangers and Croatian strikers, it just works. And he made it 2-0, and again a goal of supreme quality. A great ball from John Lundstrom, absolutely terrific, out to Rabbi Matondo, who was quiet, but he showed what he could do here when he took the ball down his chest. It wasn't easy, and then drove at Hearts. Didn't fanny about, drove at Hearts, slipped the ball through to Cholak. Terrific first time finish and 2-0 up. Rangers' task was made a bit easier by a shocker, an absolute horror tackle from Cammy Devlin, who ran over to Rabbi Matondo, who was shielding the ball out on the touchline, and stamps right down the back of his leg. Rangers bench were fizzing, no wonder. John Robertson described it as a coward's tackle, and he was right. And this is the thing about these players in Scotland, who they get a bit of praise from their supports for putting in so-called big tackles. Porteous is the same at Hibs. That doesn't make you a hard man, running over and kicking somebody and trying to injure a fellow pro. It makes you a coward, and he was rightfully sent off. But to balance that out almost, Stephen McLean, who had a shocker all afternoon, ruled out a perfectly good Rangers goal. It should have been 3-0 before half-time. Scott Arfield got on the end of a mistake by the goalkeeper. Gordon had come for a cross, didn't get to it, tipped it down. As he's doing so, he runs into Rabbi Matondo. Rabbi Matondo isn't challenging him, he's not fouling. Matondo's actually turning round to see where the ball is going, and Gordon runs into him. VAR would have overturned it, but it was that thing that referees do. And it's not just in Scotland where, the goalkeeper got bumped, it must be a foul. And goalies are wise to it. Goalies do what Craig Gordon did. I've made an arse of it, better go down because I'll get the free kick. And 99 times out of 100 they do. Terrible decision. Second half was very flat. The opening 20 minutes, Rangers didn't play well in that opening 20 minutes. They were content just to keep the ball and maybe try and work for the opportunity. Hearts were working very hard just to stay in the game, but never really threatened. Although they did have one from a set piece, now I say that. Andy Halliday should have done better from a corner. But Rangers, Tillman came on and he added a little bit into it, and we would get to 2 goals. Alfredo Morelos came on for Cholak in 60 minutes. He always scores against Hearts. As soon as that biblical rain started, you knew we were getting a knee slide, and so we did. What a finish as well. Lovely play. Tav slips him in, and he does that Alfie smash past the goalkeeper for 3-0. And there was time for a goal that was a very nice goal, added a more realistic view to the scoreline, but also might be big in the long term because it came from Ryan Kent, who, nice bit of play from him in the box, cuts inside and curls a beauty into the bottom corner. Ryan Kent recently has looked like a man who didn't think he was ever scoring another goal. His confidence in front of goal has been lacking, and you could see it getting worse and worse. His attempts were getting worse and worse. You'll remember the one against Dundee United a couple of weeks ago. That might just kick him on. That might be the one he needed. And yes, I'm being very hopeful there, but it's a player as good as him should be much better in terms of getting goals, because he's got the ability, and hopefully that starts him on. So a great result. You'll always take 4-0. It wasn't perfect. There were periods in the game where I thought we were a little flat, a little too passive. That's something that has been the case for us and we'll need to see out. But hey, I'll always take 4-0 going to Tynecastle, and it sets us up for what's going to be a very big and a very difficult month. We're only going to Anfield on Tuesday night. That's going to be nice and straightforward, But there were a lot of positives to take, and I think that I've come on these videos with enough negatives all season that I'm going to just enjoy it. So Rangers didn't ruin our weekend. Enjoy it. Enjoy the coverage at Heart and Hand. Go to patreon.com/Heart and Hand, and we will be there covering the match in Liverpool on Tuesday night. So I'll talk to you then. Until then, enjoy it, folks. See you later. Bye-bye.